don't think it's, like you said, no quick fix thing or any quick fix thing. I just think it goes all back to fundamentals and decision making. Just things we practice every day. Like I said, pass fakes, pivoting, decision knowing when a man is open, knowing when the back cut, keeping our space and all the things like that would, help cut down on the turnovers.
Along with that, going off what you said, fundamentals, just making simple plays, not trying to make home run passes or whatever, just staying sound and making that simple pass.
I guess, do you feel like you guys are doing that more? Coach mentioned that too in Maui, just that maybe times you were not just making the simplest play out there. Do you feel like that's something that you're doing more this year, maybe forcing those home run plays that you weren't last year?
I don't think, I think that we got away from what we practice, as in being fundamentally sound and jump stopping on passes. Because when you get in the air on making a pass, it's kind of hard to opt out of that decision without turning the ball over. So the stuff we work on is just jump stopping and passing and seeing your pass all the way through, and like Rob said, pass faking, just being strong at the ball and fundamentally sound.
To follow up on that, maybe not just the turnovers, but defense-wise too, is it as much mental as it is physical, do you feel like, at this point?
I would say so, most definitely. When you go out there and have a mindset to get stops, that helps you a little bit more, gives you a little bit more energy, gives you the energy to talk to your teammates, which gives them more energy. So I think, it all starts with a mindset, which is, mental.
There's a lot of expectations, and deservedly so. You guys have a lot of talent. So when you go there and you don't play to your ability, does that tick you guys off? Is that a real motivating that, okay, that's not us. Now we're going to show what kind of team we really have?
I mean, yeah, we recognize that we have a lot of talent. We have high expectations for ourselves also. It never feels good to go in with a positive mindset and come out and feel like we didn't play to our abilities or our own standards. We feel like we let ourselves down and let an opportunity slip away. But all we can do now is work hard like we have the last few days of practice and go over the film and really re-lock into who we are and what we do and what gets us wins.
Go ahead. Just how beneficial was it for you guys to have those 3 games in 3 days? Obviously, it didn't go probably the way you wanted it to, but again, to be able to play that many games in that stretch, how beneficial was that, especially when you'll be facing that kind of a stretch, as Big Ten play approaches?
It was good, as well physically, but as much mentally too. Having those games back to back to back like that, you really got to be locked in and take care of your body off the court and on the court, and but you really got to have your mindset right. If you don't have your mindset right, and you're sitting here thinking, "Oh, I'm tired," you're not going to succeed. That's one thing, you got to keep your minds right and keep your energy positive, so the dudes around you can feed off that.
Yeah. Not that you guys want to look too far ahead, but does last week's results place more weight or significance on, say, the Duke game or Notre
No,
Dame?
you're not going to talk about Duke. They're going to talk about Alcorn.
Okay.
Have practice has been any different since you guys got back, either to kind of account for the jet lag or anything like that, or to kind of focus on different things?
Oh, could you repeat that?
Has practice schedule or practices themselves been any different since you guys got back from Maui?
No, not really. With school coming back or starting back up this week, we pretty much try to get back on our regular schedule. So we've been practicing at the same time as we did before we left, just to get back into the flow of things.
Has practice itself changed at all, like focusing on specific things?
No, not really. We still, practicing on a lot of the things that makes us who we are, and focus on all the things we need to do to improve.
Any questions about Alcorn?
I guess one of the keys to Alcorn, they're not highly rated. They have the focus that you need to play the way you want to play. How key is that? What do you guys need to do to have that type of focus tomorrow night?
I just think, we just got to come out hungry. Obviously coming off the trip like that, like Collin said, it's a disappointment when you didn't play how you wanted to. So you want to just go back out there and, try to bounce back and get the ball rolling in a positive direction as soon as possible.
I don't know how much time you guys have had to study the film on Alcorn or not, but I guess just from what you've seen on them, what stood out about their style of play, if anything?
From what I heard, we watched their scrappy team, have a lot of athletes, guys that crash the board offensively. They like to get up and down, so it'll be a good test of us being physical on the boards. We really have to dominate the glass and keep them out of transition and get stops.
Go ahead.
You talk about needing to be physical and crash the boards, but what do you have to do specifically to succeed on the boards? Because in Maui, you guys had some trouble with allowing other teams to really succeed on the offensive glass. So against a team like Alcorn, what do you have to do specifically to ensure that they can have that kind of success?
We have to get bodies on people, ride them out. We can't just rely on our height or athleticism anymore. We figured that out, and we've been working really hard on focusing on getting a body and being fundamentally sound, and boxing people out is part of that fundamental game that we have to instill in our own game. So I think we've worked really hard up to this point, and we're getting back to who we are and how we're supposed to play, and being the body and riding people out is a big part of that.
Okay, thanks, guys.